It's McKinnon Law Firm at 519-765-4441. We got the legal forms and the services they have, administration office. We got escrow, we got corporations, we got community property, we got contract bonds, atomic energy. Also have exhibits of association of clubs, abandoned property altercations. We got preparations and also real estates and also tax states, trust employment, policy, regulation, service of COVID-19 executive order, Donald J. Trump. We got the appeal process. We got appeal and error, and also the service of commerce and constitutional and policy regulation, because Donald J. Trump executive order, COVID-19 policy regulation. Also the witness zoning planning, vendor purchasers, descriptor of the world index, seamen and spendex, and receivers of seals, parents and child of powers, navigable waters, and also pardon and service of malicious prosecutions and motions, and also the judgment and services of relations, and also the insurance judgment and service and policy regulations. We got the United States Code Services, the Federal World Bankruptcy Service. We got Bankruptcy Service and Bankruptcy Services. We got the pleading practice forms, and also the law firm that they carry the exhibit COVID-19 policy regulation service. We're gonna do some policy regulation service itself and bring an administration office at the extraordinary service at the McKinnon Law Firm at 704 East Olive, Lake, Washington. COVID-19 policy regulation services at a law firm at 704 East Olive, Lake, Washington. That service that they carry, that administration office in COVID-19 policy regulation services. Bring in much of that testimony and service and administration office and the COVID-19 policy regulation and service. And also the detainments and service that we have. See, the window, we're going to have another measurement or expansion of the measurement. This is AAMA certified program, quality control testing. The window has to be replaced, and window has to be replaced again and placed in the service of fashion with the measurements and accurate measurements, and that's going to be first choice. It's to be called Pro Build. We're going on Othello, Washington. We're going to get the window measurements and comes to the COVID-19 executive order. Donald J. Trump, he's going for president. J.D. Vance is vice president of the United States of America, and Donald J. Trump is the president of the United States. And then we're going to be running for nominations and service of president parliament election. So this window, we're going to place this window, and this window be replaced. And I did a YouTube on first choice lumber. It used to be Pro Build. Now we're going to do a measurement, confirmation verification, and after order the window and so forth, and then have it shipped off and then placed in. See, this window is, you can see, was somebody from outside, and getting close to that factor of going in there and telling them how they came in, breaking the window in such a manner that they have to be replaced and ordered. Now, the law firm carries the executive order, COVID executive order positive verification from the Social Security Office and Policy Regulation Service Administration Office, COVID-19 Policy Regulation Service Administration Office, bringing testimony. Now, policy regulation services. The window, the microwave, refrigerator, kitchen, much of the service. Bring testimony. The COVID-19 Policy Regulation Service Administration Office. The COVID-19 Policy Regulation Service authorized in the presidential primary election Donald Trump and J.D. Vance, Vice President, President Donald J. Trump, Garrison J.D. Vance, and bringing the income society of going against the politicians and bureaucrats and mobile services and far lefties. The Policy Regulation Administration Office, COVID-19 Policy Regulation Administration Office and Policy at the McKenna Law Firm at 704 East Allen, Lake, Washington. Now, the Administration Office carrying out this executive order that's called COVID-19 Policy Regulation Service. Photos, URL of information, Mr. Ajmer, Rand Luskin, Norman Rodriguez, Eric I. Singer, and Norman Rodriguez was in my residence, and Mr. Rand Luskin in my residence, and there he's a mayor. He's a prosecutor, former prosecutor of Benton County Justice Department, and then running for the prosecutor for Washington State, and Mr. Eric I. Singer taking that position since the Immediate Information Center and Policy Regulation of COVID Authorization and Personalizing Income Society of Registration Office, COVID-19 Policy Regulation Service. The presidential primary election carried much of contributive services of damages in such of a manner that the window was broken out. And then recording that information, how they broke in the window and unlocked it and slipped in and crossly regulation and trying to bring information, steal items and policy regulation to the authority. Policy regulation of the president primary election. Bringing much of the choosers of the Capitol Hill riding and their service, and also the policy regulation of Donald J. Trump's murder assassination on July 13, 2024. Bringing much of that testimony in the race service. Service at 35 C Street Northwest, Freda, Washington. C Street. Freda, Washington, 988-223-509-765. 451 is McKenna Law Firm. 509-765-419 is the McKenna Law Firm. It's a fax and phone number and policy regulation services.